Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is JT with Legacy Art Games, and we are back streaming. Well, something a little new after we finished Void Spire Tactics last night, and this is also kind of a recording test. So if you'll bear with me. This is the first time I've had a chance to actually stream this, so we'll see how it does. Well, what are we playing now? Well, we're going to do a replay of Horizon's Gate, but I thought we would just take tonight to try something a little different before we hop back into that wonderful world that you and I have all come to enjoy. And in fact, we are going out of this world to the outer wilds. Yes, we are traveling into space tonight. And, well, with decidedly subpar spaceship technology, but a very interesting mystery to solve. So let's get a look at this, shall we? And for just turning that down for purposes of being able to hear me. I hate to turn it down all the way because the game really does have very, very beautiful music, I think. And by the way, I can see chat if you're out there and you would like to say hello. I would love to hear from you. And so we set out I've already been playing some, but for now, for your benefit, we set out on a new expedition. Oh, that will delete all progress. Well, I hadn't really gone that far anyway, so that's fine. And yes, you really can attempt to roast a marshmallow. It is more challenging than you would think. As you can see. I love that. Okay. So basically, I'm just gonna skip through this area because this is the newbie dialogue tutorial type area, you know. But basically, our character is a new inductee into this very primitive looking society space program. And in fact, they are not so primitive as they seem, because they have had access to technologies which they found by way of some alien ruins. We're looking for the observatory here. I see we have some new folks on the stream. Welcome. Please feel free to say hi. We're just starting out with this game after finishing the last. And by the way, there is ghost matter inside of that fence, as this little sign will warn us. Ghost matter. Strange and dangerous substance that's invisible to the naked eye. The good news is that you can detect ghost matter with a camera. Moving through ghost matter is uniquely painful and will probably kill you. Don't complain to me if you hurt yourself fooling around. And yes, you will die if you go in there with the ghost matter, so it's a bad idea. If anyone thinks I need to adjust the volume or anything for you, just let me know. Observatory over here. I just did this and I still have forgotten where to go. Boy. Okay, here's where things get a little more interesting. This is a statue of one of the Nomai. And the Nomai are the alien species from which our locals got much of their spacefaring technology. And they have, in fact, only had 4 astronauts prior, thanks in large part to what they learned from the Nomai. And we really don't know much about them other than their statue and that they had some pretty incredible stuff they could do. And this guy here, Hal. Hey, it's my favorite astronaut. Launch day at last, huh, buddy? It's the translator tool's inaugural flight, too. I'm so excited it's making me nauseous. Just think, you'll be able to translate any Nomai text you want, anywhere you are. The 2 of us put a lot of hours into inventing that tool, so don't break it, okay? Oh, jeez, do not break it. Ignore me, okay? I'm just nervous, and I'm not even the one going into space. How are you feeling? Well, I'm excited, sure. Good. You've been waiting for this day since we were hatchlings. I can't wait to see all your training pay off. So what's the dirt? You see the new Nomai statue? Well, of course. Ha! I knew you'd want to see it before you headed off. Hornfels just finished prepping it for display today. Amazing, isn't it? Makes me wish we could see what a real live Nomai looks like, but I guess this is as close as we'll ever get. Check it out. Looks like they had fur. Fur is weird. This is the first fully intact statue ever found, you know. And for how old it is, it's in great shape. Ah, jeez, I get a little carried away there. Go on, you have a ship to launch. Take care of yourself out there, you hear? There are all kinds of things in here you can have a look at, and so on and so forth. As you can see, Nomai writing is actually in these lines, these patterns, and we have something that allows us to translate what it says. Cassava, we're nearly ready. Felix and I have finished construction, and she says calibrating the device won't take long. And there's more. Fortunately, the Adelrock's lack of atmosphere will make calibration simple. After all this time, I'm thrilled to finally resume our search. And if that didn't seem like a complete statement to you, it is of course not, because, well, as you can see, the rock that it was carved or painted on is not complete. If you are a new viewer, please don't feel shy about saying hello in the stream chat. We had very lively talks for Horizon's Gate and Void Spire Tactics, so I'd love to hear from you guys, whether you're new or not. There you are. I just finished pre-flight observations, and local conditions are good. Time to get our newest astronaut off the ground. And you'll be our first astronaut ever equipped with a Nomai translator, too. I confess, I've been giddy all day just thinking about it. We're better equipped than you ever. Or rather, we're better equipped than ever to unravel the mysteries of the Nomai. You and Hal should be very proud of your work. Tell me, what's your plan when you're in space? Well, I'm going to learn more about the Nomai. I might have guessed as much. No sense in making a translator tool if you're not going to use it to translate anything. We've barely scratched the surface of the Nomai riding in our solar system, so we still know very little about them. We've no idea if they originated here or traveled here or why they disappeared. This tool of yours should prove indispensable in solving the mystery of this ancient species. Well then, looks like all that's left is to send you off. All in all, it's a fine day for a launch. I'm ready to get off this rock. Excellent. You'll be needing the launch codes then. Here they are. Best get off the ground before Slate makes any more modifications to your ship, huh? Good luck out there. Let me know if I can help you with anything. And you can talk to him more if you would like for a little bit of additional lore, but basically he tells us there are a few other astronauts out there who have not returned, but we would be able to pick them up by using our sound detection device to listen for their musical instruments. As you can see, we can hear one of them out there somewhere. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, but, actually, what is this? The strange rock moving around in this grotto appears to react to conscious observation. The level-headed among us realize there must be some sort of optical illusion at play, but Gabbro claims this rock exists in all possible states until it is observed, whatever that means. Whatever's actually happening, both sides of this debate agree the effect is extremely creepy. So there's a rock floating around in here which, as you see, we see it, and then it's gone. See it? It's gone. A very, very cool attention to detail. I did not notice that the first time. But here's the important part. Pay attention to this one. Yeah, that should not have happened, should it have? Hey, so did you get a good look at the Nomai statue? The statue was glowing. Why was it glowing? Whoa, the statue was doing what? So its eyes open, and you saw images from your own memories and glowing lights flying around. You mean like a hallucination? Listen, no offense, but are you sure you're okay to launch? Like, medically speaking, no, the statue is definitely weird. I mean, if you're saying it happened, then I guess maybe it did. But why? Hornfels tried everything to get the statue's eyes to open, and nothing like this ever happened to them. I don't think you're going to get any answers from the museum statue, but Gabbro says they were going back to Giant's Deep. To know which island they're on, though. Maybe you'd be able to tell more? Or maybe they'd be able to tell you more? Sorry, it's late. On the other hand, Gabbro's, Gabbro, so maybe you'd be better off searching for more info on your own. Geez, now I'm really jealous you're going off into space. Hey, see if you can use our translator tool to find out more about the statue, okay? Good luck and safe flying. And let's see, launch tower. This is where things get fun because I rarely play games that require game pads, and this does because you have to manually pilot. And yes, you can die. So, yeah. Looks like you're ready for takeoff. The excitement of a launch is fun and all, but I can't wait to get back to working on the new ship. We're working on fixing the autopilot's avoidance system for this one. Sorry. And from here on, there is basically no holding of hands. It's completely, explore, learn, die, perhaps, and learn from death. And so on. View ship's log. There's our little, solar system. We're here at Timber Hearth, and that's Addle Rock. The Addle Rock orbits our planet. Ember Twin, Brittle Hollow, Giant's Deep. That's where the Gabbro went. Dark Bramble and the Interloper. But there is actually one other thing to show. There is a rumor mode, which kind of gives you some direction on what you should do. The Know My Text in the observatory talks about calibrating some sort of device on the Addle Rock, which is the, basically our moon. So here we go. And you can run out of air, you can run out of fuel. I am not confident in the controls, so expect everything. But don't expect much. Okay, here we go for liftoff. And oh yeah, you can listen for sounds from your spacecraft. So you can see we got one of the people out there. He's on Ember Twin, but that's not where we're headed. Oh yes, and you will also fall back to the planet if you're not careful. Want to make sure you have some distance. We're looking for the Addle Rock. And there it is. You do have autopilot if you're not comfortable piloting. Hi, Game Zero. I'm really glad to see you tuned in. We just launched off for the first time. And I am very, very terrible at piloting or anything with a gamepad, but for you guys, anything. Whoa, 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 that was not my intention. Okay, now we've matched velocity. You can see where we're supposed to go over there, but there's also someone else up here to say hello to. How are you doing tonight, Game Zero? Esker's signal scope log. Day 48, still not picking up Rybeck's banjo from Brittle Hollow. I'm sure they're fine, but I'll feel better once I can hear their music. Day 51, listen to Chirk play for a while. Unrelated, someone should tell Porphy and Gosson their flirting is not subtle from an aerial perspective. Banjo music coming in loud and clear today. Sounds like Rybeck's doing okay. Oaf, I was worried. Day 63, I thought I heard something strange. I don't know, it was probably nothing. Day 70, no, it's back again today too. Something strange coming in from Timber Hearth. Okay, I know this is crazy, but from the sound of Timber Hearth sounds exactly like Feldspar's harmonica. But Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. Can't be them. Day 88, it's still here. This is creepy. Maybe the signal scope is broken? I better talk to Nice. Got a ship log update. It's suggesting we equip the signal scope. Huh. So there is a little something back on the planet, it looks like. We'll have to check that out. Another thing I didn't see the first time around. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good, Game Zero. We're gonna go back to Horizon's Gate tomorrow night. I just thought we'd do a little something different tonight for a little break. That's what I'm looking for right there. By the way, trees are also a source of oxygen for our advanced spacesuit. Which is why this guy does not need one. He's surrounded by trees, actually. I think our species can get oxygen just straight up from trees somehow. This is not the most realistic game, but it is very interesting. Oh, hey, it's you! Ground control didn't tell me you were launching. Long time no see. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone. Seems lonely up here. A little. I'm in touch with ground control, Hornsfells and Gosson mostly. They radio up to chat now and then. And when ground control forgets I'm up here, and they usually do, I launch my little scout at the village. They forget about you? I don't blame them. For one, I don't check in as often as the other travelers since I'm always in one place. And it's not so bad up here, really. At least it's peaceful and quiet. You don't always get that in our solar system, let alone in our village. Don't go. I mean, anything else you wanted to ask? What is this place? Haha, very funny. Stars above, you're serious, aren't you? That's just depressing. Welcome to the Lunar Outpost, where apparently the space program doesn't bother to teach anyone anymore. When we first started our wilds, travelers used to bring their ships here all the time for repairs. Our spacefaring technology has improved loads since then, but the older ships tended to fall apart a lot, like more than they do now. And sure, Game Zero, we might alternate, never know. I just hate to lose regular viewers like you, of course. We've gotten a regular audience since I started streaming Horizon's Gate and Woodsfire Tactics and all that, and don't want to lose you guys. So I got an unidentified signal nearby, which is actually him whistling. It's now identified as Esker. So we're still looking for a device here on the Addle Rock that has to do with the Nomai aliens. But we have some other things to look at as well. Esker is growing a crop of trees at their camp. They seem to be doing okay, but they've probably been alone on the moon for too long. A lookout platform with a spectacular view of the solar system. Esker uses their signal scope here to keep tabs on the other travelers. That's where we were earlier. Esker's signal scope log reports harmonica music coming from somewhere on Timber Hearth. They claim it sounds just like Feldspar's harmonica, but Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. So we'll go back to Timber Hearth to look at that harmonica issue, but for now we need to find the Nomai ruins here on the moon. And again, if you guys ever have trouble hearing me, just say so. I'm still configuring the recording file for this game, so it won't be perfect yet. There's where somebody crashed, or perhaps it was our first landing, who knows? We saw what we were looking for on the way here, so got my eyes open. Aha, there it is. No, no, no. Again, I did it. Match velocity here. We're learning together, people, and yes, you can crash and damage and or destroy your ship, as I am about to do, probably. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that was a crash, but not so bad as it could have been. Okay, let's see what's up with the Nomai up here. Oh, whoa, whoa. What is going on here? Well, it's one of our astronauts, but what is this tracking? It's interesting. We've got some building space to go down in here. Oh, got some writing here. Coleus, I was upstairs testing the eye signal locator, and it can hear and follow the signals from the sun, Giant's Deep, and Brill Hollow. Oops. However, something strange is happening when I ask the eye signal locator to follow the eye signal. The device's indicator rotates wildly and never points to just one direction. So let's read that again. However, something strange is happening when I ask the eye signal locator to follow the eye signal. The device's indicator rotates wildly and never points to just one direction. I see. Most likely calibrated the locator incorrectly. Privé, my apprentice, and I will make the adjustments and try again. An update. Disappointingly, everything is correctly calibrated after all. It saddens me to posit this, my friends, but I believe we want to build a more sophisticated device if we want to find the exact location of the eye of the universe. And they write eye with a capital E, so they are looking for something specific. Then we will build it. Don't lose hope. Kasaba, our search for the eye is what brought our clan to this place. We won't give up so easily. So evidently they were searching for something called the eye, and they were hoping that device up there would help them find it. But whenever they ask it to look for it, well, the indicator for direction just goes wild. This is a curious result. It's possible the eye has stopped calling out its signal. That was earlier in the writing. And we got a scroll here. Is this interesting to you, Game Zero, I wonder? To be honest, we could put the scroll in here. Oh, more writing. Where should this new, more sophisticated locator be built? It may need to be larger than this eye signal locator is. The southern glacier on Brittle Hollow has an ample space available. I could construct a new building to house this proposed locator. Felix says, yes, let's build there. I imagine our young friend Conroy would enjoy that immensely. He's always held a great interest in the eye, especially for a child born so long after the crash. What crash? I'll begin construction on Brittle Hollow's South Pole immediately then. So they went to Brittle Hollow. Coleus says, Anona and those of us originally stranded on the Ember Twin built a quantum moon locator there, but the heat of the sun made its construction challenging. I wouldn't recommend building on that planet. So, they were originally stranded on the Ember Twin, and they built a quantum moon locator there. But the heat of the sun made its construction challenging. So they don't recommend going to the Ember Twin because of the heat. We've updated our ship's log. Alright, this is the one where when they try and get it to align, it won't align. Whatever the eye is that they're trying to find, it won't do it for them. But if we move it over here to this, we get, I assume, sun. Oh, there's someone out there. I think that's cool. Turn the music down just a little more because I don't want you guys to not be able to hear me at all. I don't want to turn it off completely because the game has really, I think, beautiful music. Okay, maybe a little more, if I can. Oh, no wonder it's not changing. Sorry, just figuring this out. It's probably too quiet, but let's see. What's this say? A Nomai device was created. A Nomai device created to pinpoint the sources of distant signals. The Nomai were disappointed by their failure to detect a signal from something called the Eye of the Universe. There's more to explore here. Actually, the controller is making a noise. Did I just... I think I died. But this is interesting too. We seem to have died, and yet here we are on Timber Hollow. What is going on here, right? Hey, you ready to get this thing off the ground? Ship's all fueled and ready to go. Did I just die? Whoa, bad dream or something? You still look half asleep, but that's a negative one, being deceased. I know it's tradition to sleep out under the stars the night before a launch, but if you ask me, it makes you a bit jumpy. So he seems to have no idea that the launch has even happened. Oh, hold up. You're gonna want to get the launch codes from the observatory first. I already got them from the observatory, remember? Or how did I get back here? Didn't I already lift off? Trust me, with the modifications I've made to those rockets, there's no way I would have missed that. I won't ask how you got the launch codes, but since you have them, get a move on. I want to see whether the new cockpit stays attached during liftoff. This tells you how advanced these people are. They have some crazy advanced technology they've gotten from the Nomai. And then they have, well, yeah, you can see. I don't know what killed me there. Anyway, the Nomai decided to build a larger, more sophisticated eye signal locator on Brittle Hollow's south pole. And we did also get a note that there is more to explore on the moon before we go and have a look at Brittle Hollow. So we have to go searching once more on the moon for something of interest. Although actually we could also look here at Timber Hollow for where the harmonica sound is coming from. I think it was actually there that it was coming from. What do we have going on here? Tektite. Heyo, hatchling. Thought you were taking that tin can of yours into space today. What are you doing here? Me? I saw something crash over the horizon and didn't like what I see in the pictures my little scout was sending back, so I thought I'd come over here myself and take a look. Is that a dark bramble seed? You think so? It's nothing I've ever seen on Timber Hearth before, so you're probably onto something there. Whatever it is, it put down roots in a hurry. I don't like the look of this thing, hatchling, and that's a fact. Think I'll set Marl and Hal loose on it. Best get rid of this mess sooner than later, and no one can remove an unwanted plant faster than a tree keeper can. I'll have to get a look at what's inside the seed first, though. I don't want to set anybody to hacking up a potentially dangerous plant without a better idea of what's lurking inside there. Tuff can help me haul the old scout launcher over here. Obviously, the opening is too small for someone to fit inside, and anyway, I'm not going to blindly stick my hands into anything that looks as unpleasant as this seed. That's a good way to lose an arm or two. Well, I have a scout launcher. And that is actually the source of the harmonica sound. I wonder if he's in there. That's interesting. take a snapshot. Where on earth did it go? Apparently that is the gateway to somewhere very strange. And that must be why we can hear the harmonica. It's some sort of portal. Just unfortunately not big enough for us to go through. But that must be where the traveler disappeared to. That's an interesting mystery. Blasted seed did a lot of damage when it crashed. I like this crater. Need something for me, hatchling? Well, I threw a little scout into the seed. You did you? And you're telling me it's bigger on the inside than on the outside? Huh. This is going to be a chore to chop up, and no mistake. Can we even remove a seed that doesn't have the decency to stay the same size all the way through? Maybe I better grab an extra axe or three just in case. Yeah, he's not at all interested in the fact that, you know, it appears to lead to another dimension or something. Better look at the ship's log. When I launch my scout into the sea that crashed on Timber Hearth, it ends up somewhere in Dark Bramble. So that's another hint for us that somehow that seed is connected to Dark Bramble, one of the worlds. Or at least one of the celestial bodies out here. But it still says there's more for us to do on the moon. There's more to explore. So let's head back up to the moon. We really have to get all the details to figure out our mystery here because, well, of course, interestingly enough, we died and yet we didn't. We appear to have awoken without time passing. At least for everyone else. We remember it, but nobody else does. Okay, so what is there that is not yet found? No, I keep I keep getting up from the chair on accident. I'm not used to a gamepad. I'm wondering what else we might not have done. Oops. Although that does look interesting. That's a bit better. Just a bit. Oops. Okay, so evidently there's some sort of cavern or something here. I don't know. We did damage the ship there. Should be good as new now. Where exactly are we, huh? What's in this crater? And what's this stuff? Play recording. Church research notes. Property of Church. This is an old crater. The neat thing here is that the composition of the samples I took from the impact site matches the composition of the ice on the outskirts of Dark Bramble. I'd posit that Adel Rock was hit with a piece of the planet that used to be where Dark Bramble now lies. To follow up on, maybe there are more fragments of the old planet Dark Bramble destroyed on other astral bodies in our solar system. But I could swear the ship was going like downward into something. So I had to sort of launch off to get out of there. It was my imagination. Must be, I don't see a cave there. Still more to explore there on the Adel Rock. What am I missing, I wonder? So you've seen, we've visited the moon base. We went to the Nomai ruins. Although maybe there's more to do with the Nomai ruins. Let's try talking to him again. Seeing if this poor lonely fellow knows a little bit more about what's going on here. Oh, hey, it's you. Ground control didn't tell me you were launching. A long time no see. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone. And G2 doesn't remember us. Give that marshmallow roasting another try. Ah, it's edible. Alright. But yeah, he's not telling us anything, so I'm wondering, what am I missing here? Maybe it's something in the Nomai ruins. Oh, get your buttons right. You're better than this, JT. You just defeated evil and Void Spire tactics. Whoa, porthole damaged. Nice gentle landing, yeah. Oh no, did we die again? Oh my, I think we are in our spacesuit in space. What on earth? Oh, I think we got pulled into the gravity of the of Timber Hollow, and yeah. So many memories. I made it so far that attempt. You're lucky I'm in a time loop, because otherwise I'd be super dead. And you're lucky I don't have you grounded for medical reasons, because I have no idea what you're talking about. Fair point. So how you doing, Game Zero? What else do you play, I wonder, buddy? Let's try again for the Nomai ruins, and hopefully this time we won't destroy the ship. Just gotta find the Adel Rock here. You know, that looks like Nomai writing on our planet, doesn't it? Hey, I landed successfully. We're learning. Yeah, the Horizons Gate editor is it's complex, but it's easier than I thought it would be. Game Zero. And I've never heard of Godless Tactics before. What's that like? Hmm. Definitely know my stuff, and here on our own planet. Well, this is doing some kind of strange thing. But the gist of it is, our character had some sort of encounter with that Nomai statue And now we appear to be stuck in a time loop. Every time we die in space, we find ourselves waking up once again. And somehow the Nomai are tied into all of this. Our fellow space travelers might know more. Hard to say. Well, there's Esker, but I heard someone on a banjo too. And there's someone else, but he's almost 13,000 miles away. I don't think. Don't think we can reach that one quickly. Godless Tactics is a game where you control a single squad in a war and try to finish it. That sounds interesting. Is it a tactical role-playing game or graphics similar to Voidspire or Horizon's Gate? I'm just curious. I've never heard of it. And you know, I'm always looking for things to get contributed to the library. Not that I'm not enjoying the Outer Wilds. I wonder if it ends there. The path. No, it doesn't. Oh, got some Know My Writing here. Mining Site 2B. It's cool, the lock mechanism responds to our looking at it. It's very cool. I would appear to be underwater. Uh-oh. Well, something refilled our tank here. I don't know what. Look at that. That is interesting. Hmm. I do have to get out of here before too long because we can run out of oxygen. Especially now that we are, underwater and all. I think, ooh, there we go. We got into the transport tunnel there. Where did it take us? Oh, well, took us upward. That's where it took us. Sorry about that noise. The end of our journey saw us to the spider, the rest. Didn't take Roland and his friend. Well, until the third, I believe, Game Zero said in order to finish repairing our ship and improve as I know they will. So I think I'll leave it at that for now, and we will come back next time with further adventures on the moon, our search for the Novi, and answers as to why there's a time loop and what is going on. So I love this game. I've been playing it a fair bit during my empty hours when I'm, falling apart. And yeah, that's what I'm going to continue. Once we figure out how to read it anyway, and get some instructions hopefully on how to control all this. Had to check on something unexpectedly there. We are in the midst of some bad weather here. Well, I can't see the time for when messages were sent, but good night to you as well, Game Zero. I hope you enjoyed what you saw of the game. Oh, no, my writing. I'm still amazed by how much ore the Ash Twin project requires. Isn't this the ore for the remaining towers built on Ash Twin? The completed towers I've seen are quite large. Bueno says no. The material for these towers is all being used from Ash Twin. The ores we're mining here will be used to craft an immensely thick protective shell that will physically seal off the chamber inside Ash Twin's core. Coleus says, I'm relieved by our clan's decision to use Timber Hearth's ore only for constructing the shell. If eventually life on this planet were to evolve to the point of advanced metallurgy, I'm confident won't have destroyed their ability to create. Sisad says, if they're sealing off all entrances, I hope they planned accordingly. I thought you had forbidden your apprentice from making puns, Culius. How else would he improve? Ash Twin Projection Stone. Oh, here, I suppose. So you've got different faces, but only two of them are lit. Now that is trippy and confusing. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, hit my rockets just in time. Oh man, I forgot I've been underwater. Okay, we translated the tablet in full. Oh, some bones and the controller was shaking. I should have taken that as a hint. And so it is that we perished. Only we didn't. We're back to the moment of our launch, with much to figure out. And no one else seems to be aware of our predicament here. The central chamber inside Ash Twin is physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. The Nomai mined ore from the site, from this site, to craft a protective shell designed to physically seal off the central chamber inside Ash Twin. And there's more to explore at that location. So where we died, there's more to explore. It seems our ship's computer remembers things happening as well. For now, though, you guys, it's 2 a.m. I do have to be up in the morning, so we are going to go ahead and call it for tonight. I really appreciate those of you who have tuned in to watch. I hope you enjoyed this first showing of The Outer Wilds. I really find it to be a very relaxing game, as bad as I am at piloting the ship and so forth. Um, it's just very relaxing to be able to um, travel at will around the universe of the game, which is made to be, in most circumstances, pretty tranquil. There are some areas which are not friendly at all, as you saw, but they do usually give you a hint that, hey, you might want to get out of here. And, well, I just didn't pay attention, or I wasn't fast enough on my feet, one or the other. Um, but it seems to tell an interesting story, and I enjoy the factor of, even if I'm the only one who remembers it, of waking up back on our home planet as if we had never died, no one ever realizing we have not yet launched, or that we have launched the ship prior, rather, and just having to exist on our own in this time loop, which apparently everyone is caught up in, since they are completely unaware of what's going on with me. So, anyway, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I thought it was something different. Aside from the fact that I enjoy it, it was a nice break tonight from the usual of what we've been doing for the past months, though we will be getting back to that tomorrow night. For now, well, I will just do a short spiel that hopefully you guys will listen to. Legacy Art Games is dedicated to supporting chronically ill and disabled gamers. And, well, we need your help all the time. The biggest way that you can help is just by hitting that like button. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you really enjoyed the video, if you really enjoy the content on our channel, well, then I would sure appreciate it if you would also subscribe at that subscribe button. Very handy there. But you do not receive any money for your subscriptions, but those subscriptions do count, or rather do add up to, better features for our channel, and having an easier time of being seen by new viewers. So with that said, this has been JT with Legacy Art Games, and I am signing off until tomorrow night. You guys have a wonderful one.